In today's video, we're going to be talking about a rare case which was actually demonstrated or showcased in the second season of The Resident. It was the Halloween episode, and where a lady presented with a lot of psychiatric symptoms, and mainly she had presented with nightmares. It was very difficult for them to diagnose. Now, in the end, they described the case as one being that of NMDA receptor encephalitis, and the cause for the NMDA receptor encephalitis in her was a dermoid cyst which was detected incidentally. Now, what is this NMDA receptor encephalitis? Basically, in this disease, there are antibodies. So, it is an immune mediated encephalitis. There are antibodies which are mainly produced against the NMDA receptor. And as we all know, the NMDA receptor is mainly present in the nervous system. It is one of the main receptors or the proteins which are present in the brain. Now, when these NMDA receptors are blocked by these antibodies, these NMDA receptors starts getting influxed into the cell. So, because of this, the glutamate receptors which are there at the nerve endings, they get influxed into the cell, and hence the nerve endings stop producing glutamate altogether. Now, when this glutamate is stopped being produced, what does it do? The calcium release at the neuromuscular junction or any nerve terminal is prevented. And this is the cause for various manifestations of the disease. So, the patient mainly presents with psychiatric symptoms like nightmares, and also they can present with seizures or psychotic episodes. If this occurs in adults, they most commonly present with psychiatric manifestation or psychotic manifestations or psychotic breakdowns. And if it occurs in children, it mainly presents with seizures. Now, how is a dermoid cyst related to all of this? As we all know, the dermoid cyst is a germ cell tumor, and it derives all its cells or tissues mainly from the ectoderm, the endoderm, and the mesoderm. All three components have various tissues or cells in the dermoid cyst. Now, one of the ectodermal component which can be present in a dermoid cyst is the neural tissue. And because it is a germ cell tumor, this neural tissue which is available here will be a primitive one. So, when this primitive nerve tissue is exposed to the immune system of the body, it acts as an antigen, and the body recognizes this antigen as as a foreign invader, and hence start producing antibodies against this antigen. And the initial antibodies which are produced will be the IgG antibodies, and these antibodies mainly are the ones which are the NMDA receptor antibodies, or they are antagonists which are blocking the NMDA receptors and hence causing all the manifestations. The NMDA receptor antibodies or NMDA encephalitis is a very rare manifestation, and it's not necessary that it always occurs in all forms of dermoid cyst. It's a very rare manifestation. It can also occur with other forms of diseases like the herpes zoster. Herpes zoster encephalitis is mainly because of NMDA receptor antagonist, and it can also manifest like this with in cases of paraneoplastic syndromes. One of the hallmark of the seizures in NMDA receptor antagonists is these seizures are not responsive to any anti-epileptic drug. They don't respond to the anti-epileptic drug because the cause for this seizure is not the basis for the anti-epileptic drug. It's mainly the antibodies. So the only cure for NMDA receptor antibodies is to remove the antibodies from the system, and that is by plasmapheresis. Or you should remove the cause for the antibodies. For example, like the case which was demonstrated in the resident, they also did an excision of the dermoid cyst, which actually caused her to cure after some time. Hope this video was useful. Thank you for watching.